Okay. Here's the controversial statement. Real estate may not be the best asset for you right now. Let me fix that. Real estate may not be the best asset right now. I hate to say it, you guys. Interest rates are high. Payments are high. Sellers aren't budging on their price. If you're looking for long-term buy and hold cash flow, I don't think, like, real estate may not be the place right now, you guys. Even 4-unit buildings. I just made a whole video about how they're the best. Do I still think if you could buy a 4-unit building right now, should you? 100%. Because it has the greatest possibility of cash flow, in my opinion. Obviously, depends on location, depends on price and all that stuff, right? If you overpay for a terrible property in a terrible location, probably not a good idea. But here's the deal, you guys. The whole aim of the game, if you're just getting started, is to reduce your housing expense. And when you buy multifamily properties, not single family, but multifamily properties, you also get tax advantages as well. So your 3 biggest expenses as an American, I assume if you're in America, maybe even around the world, I don't know, right? Housing, or I think it's taxes, housing, and transportation. By just this one move, by buying a 4-unit building and moving into it, you have most likely, I'd really hope so, most likely cut your housing expenses down, if not completely. In the best case scenario, you actually cash flow and you live there. And you're getting tax advantages because this is now a quasi investment opportunity that you just so happen to live in. So you're and check with your CPA. I'm not a CPA, but you're getting tax write-offs, mortgage depreciation on flooring and appliances and roofs and all that stuff. So you're getting a lot of tax breaks and lowering your housing expense simultaneously. So 4plexes are the way to go. But even that considered, right now is a tough time. It's hard to qualify. Things don't cash flow. It's going to be really hard. So I actually had somebody a day or two ago. They reached out to me and they said, "Hey Brandon, I have $80,000 cash, but I don't have an income. I'm not W-2 and I'm not self-employed." And I don't know if he was retired or if it was a medical thing or whatever, but he has $80,000. And he said, "Brandon, what do I do?" And I'm like, well, because he wanted to get into a 4plex. And I was like, dude, that is amazing. That is exactly what you should be doing, especially if you have $80,000. It took me $70,000 to get into my first. So you're like right there. But the problem is I had a W-2 job. He does not. So I told him, I said, well, man, 4 units and less is going to require you to personally guarantee the note, which means they're going to underwrite your credit, your income, all this stuff. Will they use the renter's rent to help you qualify? Yes, but it's to help you qualify, not to qualify. So I told him about a couple different things he could do. I said, well, real estate's really tough right now. Maybe you partner with somebody who doesn't have the down payment but has a job and has the credit, and you get put on title after closing. That's one deal. You partner up with somebody. You could take that $80,000 and be a private money lender. You can lend it to people, lend that money to people who need money. $80,000 is a significant sum of money. Like, somebody could say, hey, I need that for a down payment for the hard money, or hey, I need that for the renovation costs. Like $80,000 is, you could absolutely lend that out to people. You could do what Pace Morby, the Gator people, the transactional lending, right? Where you give people money for down payments or earnest money or whatever, and you make a lot of money really quickly as long as everything goes according to plan. So you know what I mean? Like, there's risks for sure, but I was like, well, that you could do that. You could partner with somebody. You could lend that money to me, and we could, I could do a flip with that money, right? I need to find a property, and then we would do a flip. So Having money is good. It's important. But if you're trying to do residential loans, if you're trying to do something you like buy and hold, probably not going to work without an income source. And that's what I told him. I said, hey man, when it really comes down to it, what you need to do is you need to get into commercial properties. You need to buy 5 units and above. That's when they don't look so much at you, but they look more at the property. So there's a couple things you can do if you have cash. I know that's not everybody's problem, but it's very important. You have to have the trifecta. You have to have income, you need to have cash, you need to have credit, your DTI needs to be reasonable. So qualifying for mortgages is not easy. It is not the easiest thing to do. So anyways, I'm here at my next door. I'll talk to you guys later.